I gotta be honest with y'all. Thought I was gonna have a fucking heart attack. Jesus Christ. I hope all the games aren't that close. I thought I was gonna have a fucking heart attack. For anyone who knows, as far as my health goes, I am on the ropes. Like, you feel me? Like, I haven't had the best track record of health, especially when it comes to stress and basketball. Oh my God, I need to go watch like an anime or something like that. Like, I'm gonna go watch an episode of My Roommate's a Cat just to calm myself down. Oh my God. I thought I was gonna have a fucking heart attack. Thank God that game is over. Oh my God, that's the most stressful thing I've seen all week. Got our first loss. Not tripping. Long season. It's all good. And we're going to lose eventually, even though I was talking that hot trash in the last video saying they might not ever lose. But I mean, that's all to the good. We 2-1. Could be a whole lot worse. Please give me a second to recover. Fuck. I need to sit down. Took our first L in the Basquiat jerseys. I'm highly upset about that, but that's neither here nor there. The main thing I want to point out, let's get the title of the video out of the way. Jeff Green got hurt, had to come back with a headband and stitches. Spencer Dinwiddie got hurt, something to do with his knee. Anytime I see a player on the ground holding his knee, I get those Derrick Rose flashbacks. I hope Spencer's okay. But let's get into something that, we've kind of been alluding to the last two games, but this is kind of the first game it's ever really mattered. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to scream because it's game number 3, so I'm not going to scream. Just know at some point, if this is a continued thing, Sever the Bond going to start screaming. But for right now, young 7-man going to stay controlled. I'm still wearing the Basquiat joint because if they put on the Basquiat joint, I'm going to put on the Basquiat joint. So I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to yell. I'm simply going to ask the question, where the fuck is the defense? That's all I'm wondering. Where the fuck is the defense? Why the fuck do we still have DeAndre Jordan starting? Why the fuck do we have Joe Harris closing games? Like, just simple questions like that. Simple questions like that. Caris LeVert had another night where he wasn't really hitting his shots, and I love Caris LeVert. He's my favorite player on the team, so I'm not getting on to him. I'm simply speaking on a couple of things that are recurring themes to where now they matter. The first, if you count preseason, the first 4 games, I've kind of been noticing these things, but I haven't said anything because, again, if you count the preseason, we just won 4 games in a row. So I haven't really had a chance to say anything because they've been winning. But now that we took our first loss, it's time to just address a couple of things. The fact that they're not running plays, again, the first 4 games, that's cute. But when you start to run into an issue where maybe shots aren't falling or maybe they're tired or whatever you want to call it, maybe it's bad matchups, I don't know, it would be dope if you ran a goddamn play. Now, again, I'm not screaming, I'm not yelling, I'm trying to keep this as positive as possible because, again, it's game number 3. Not even tripping off it. They just won 4 games in a row. Like, I'm not even tripping off it. They'll be perfectly fine. It's just, now that they finally lost, it's time to just evaluate a couple things. That's all I'm saying. Just evaluate a couple things. Well, that's all I'm saying. I'm a little concerned because we play a game tomorrow, and if they look tired tonight, what the fuck are we going to do tomorrow? But I'm sure the situation will handle itself. I'm not going to be too concerned. We'll be just fine. Everybody just take a deep breath. And let's all collectively be happy that this game is over. Also, the referee died. I hope he's good. But that's not either there. I'm not going to stress over it. I'm just going to sit down and just be happy that this game's over. If that went to overtime, I literally think I would have died on my couch. That is too much stress for me. I don't know if I can handle shit like this. I need y'all to get back to blowing people out because I can't handle that type of stress. But that's not either there. If you're interested in knowing how it is that we specifically lost, it was just like in the bubble in the 3rd game, I believe. Tried to inbound the ball to Kyrie. Kyrie kind of fumbled it, had a little bit of a turnover. It ended in a layup, but we obviously needed a 3 to tie. I think that's what the score, I can't even remember. I feel like I'm going to die. But it was just like when they tried to inbound it over to Joe Harris in the bubble, and he fumbled it, and it was goddamn Raptors were one step to sweeping us, but that's not either there. Anyway, I'm going to go sit down. I'm going to go relax. It's not the end of the world. We'll be perfectly fine. Fuck Terry Rozier. And which is crazy because I made the Terry Rozier video, but fuck Terry Rozier. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I need to sit down. I'm feeling lightheaded, fellas. I'm feeling lightheaded.